Welcome to part 2 of the Blindness Basics for Employers. This brief presentation is for employers who are interested in gaining foundational knowledge about blindness and low vision. Whether you are interested in hiring someone with blindness or low vision, or you just want to learn more about the topic, you are in the right place. In part 2, you will discover how to courteously interact with individuals with blindness or low vision and some strategies and access technologies used by these individuals. Tips for interacting with individuals who have vision loss. If you are interviewing or have just hired someone with vision loss, it is important to identify yourself. It takes time to recognize people by their voices. When entering a room, announce your presence, and when exiting the room, ensure the person knows you are leaving. Ask, how might you be of assistance? Each person has their own preferences and may or may not require your assistance. This also gives the individual a chance to describe how you can be most helpful to them. When walking with a person with vision loss, offer your elbow. It is safer and more efficient for the individual to hold your elbow and follow a half step behind you. This technique is known as human guide. When you are out to lunch in a restaurant, offer to read the menu and describe the items on the table. Do not avoid words like look or see, as they are a part of normal speech. Use descriptive words like left, right, directly behind you, or the position of numbers on the face of the clock. For example, to the right about 10 feet, ahead about 3 steps, the coffee pot is on the counter at about 3 o'clock, the ketchup is in front of your plate, etc. Avoid vague terms such as over there, this or that way, etc. Professionals that assist individuals with vision loss with learning or regaining skills that help them to complete tasks independently and efficiently include vision rehabilitation therapists, orientation and mobility specialists, low vision therapists, access technology specialists, teachers of the visually impaired, vocational rehabilitation counselors, and occupational therapists. Some of the most common techniques used by individuals with blindness or low vision include human guide, use of hearing and touch, and low vision techniques to complete tasks independently and efficiently. We will discuss these in more detail on the next few slides. Human guide is one technique used by individuals with limited sight to travel efficiently. Once the guide has established that the individual with vision loss wishes to be guided, he or she should touch the back of the individual's hand. The vision impaired individual will take the arm just above the elbow of the guide and walk a half step behind and to the side of the guide. In this position, the individual with limited sight can follow the guide's movement, including stepping up or down. Although everyone uses hearing and the sense of touch, individuals who are blind or have vision impairments need to pay more attention to these senses. For children affected early in life by vision impairment, this may happen automatically. In the case of age-related vision loss, the individual may have to learn to use these senses as alternatives to using the default of vision to complete tasks. Touch can be used to operate appliances, identify money, use the telephone, and insert a key into a lock, just to name a few. Raised stickers, dots of various sizes and textures are often placed on appliances like the microwave, stove, and washer and dryer to help individuals know where to stop the dial or where to press to activate the desired setting. Identifying money. Coins have differently textured edges and sizes, while paper money can be folded in various ways to differentiate denominations. Additionally, there are standalone talking devices and apps that identify the dollar bills. Many standard telephones and tactile button number pads have a raised dot on the number 5. This is now a common practice and is an example of universal design affording standard access to blind and visually impaired individuals. Just like the home keys of F and J on the keyboard, the 5 is textually different and can be used as the home button for entering the desired numbers on nearly any keypad. Braille and the white cane are universally recognized as the best-known tools associated with people who are blind. However, not every person who is blind or vision impaired knows Braille or uses a white cane. The adaptive devices needed and/or used by individuals with vision impairments depends on their remaining functional vision, the task the individual wishes to complete, and their personal preference. Examples of other devices that help individuals who are blind or visually impaired to complete tasks include dog guides, low vision aids, large button products, high contrast items, and devices with raised markings or haptic feedback. The white cane has two purposes. The first is to help the person who is blind or visually impaired to detect any obstacles, changes in surface, including steps and drop-offs. By using a methodical pattern while walking, these potential hazards can be detected and avoided. The second purpose of the white cane is to alert individuals that the cane user has limited sight. This is especially important when negotiating busy street crossings, waiting for public transportation or car services, or any other situation where being identified by a third-party service provider or passing individual as being blind or having low vision would be useful. Although each state's white cane safety law is slightly different, in general, the driver of a vehicle must yield the right-of-way to the person with a white cane or dog guide. However, it is very important for the blind pedestrian to always be alert and take precautions, as drivers can be distracted. Dog guides are another form of mobility aid. For some individuals, a dog guide gives them a greater sense of security and confidence when traveling. Dog guides are bred, raised, and trained by schools specific to this purpose. Individuals who are successful with dog guides tend to be persons who typically walk more than 2 miles each day, are disciplined, and have the funding and time to provide care of a large dog. Strong mobility skills are usually a prerequisite to obtaining a guide dog. Tools for reading with low vision include video magnification and lens magnification. A video magnifier may also be called a closed-circuit television or CCTV. The video magnifier uses a camera directed at the text. The image of the camera is projected onto a screen which can be adjusted to display in a range of size and color combinations. Screens come in all sizes, meaning this device can be obtained in a portable version as well as a desktop model. By zooming in and out with the camera, the print can be magnified or reduced in size. The contrast of the image can also be manipulated. For instance, if the print is black on red paper, the image can be changed to show the print in a number of different color combinations, such as black on white background or white print on black background. Lens magnification includes magnifying glasses, handheld, stand, and head-borne. A handheld magnifier is the classic magnifying glass and must be held at the exact focal distance for optimal viewing. A stand magnifier rests on the page and is sometimes easier to use since the focal distance is fixed. Many handheld and stand magnifiers have built-in lights. Magnifiers mounted in glasses frames are also an option. Audio reading is another option for assessing print material. Optical character recognition, or OCR, products help individuals to access printed materials by turning print letters into computer-spoken text. Specially designed software, standalone devices, as well as apps for smartphones are available to provide OCR access to nearly any typewritten material. With just a few taps, an individual can access a book, their mail, menus in restaurants, and labels on food and personal care products. Writing aids include bold-lined paper and pens, writing guides, and digital recorders. Bold-lined paper is notebook paper with bold black lines that are spaced more generously than standard notebook lines. Bold pens are felt-tip pens that are black and provide a bold line when used for writing. Writing guides include full-page guides, check guides, envelope guides, and signature guides. The individual has both contrast and tactile representation of the area where the writing is to be on each item. A digital recorder, often included in most mobile devices, allows a person with no vision to record audio notes to be reviewed later. Assistive devices are those devices which give auditory, high contrast, or tactile feedback to the user. These are numerous and constantly changing. Some examples include talking, low vision, braille, and vibrating watches and clocks, large button phones, talking scales, thermometers, blood pressure meters, and blood glucose monitors, talking and high contrast measuring cups and cooking thermometers, and braille and large print bingo cards, puzzle books, and games. How are computers accessible? Computers can be made accessible through the use of specialized software programs and built-in accessibility features. For those who cannot function visually, screen reading software like JAWS, Job Access with Speech, or NVDA, non-visual desktop access, are available. Other programs such as Zoom Text provide both enlargement, contrast control options, and speech. Additionally, visual information from a computer screen can be accessed through a refreshable braille display. You have reached the end of Blindness Basics for Employers Part 2. We hope this brief presentation has provided you a basic understanding of how to courteously interact with individuals with blindness or low vision, and some strategies and access technologies used by these individuals. Blindness Basics for Employers Part 1 and 2 gave you a brief introduction to vision loss. For more information about hiring someone with blindness or low vision, please see our short videos. Inquiring minds, should I hire an applicant that is blind? For more information, please contact the NRTC at Mississippi State University. The NRTC's phone number is 662-325-2001, or we can be found on the web at blind.msstate.edu or intac.blind.msstate.edu.